Hey, everybody! Let me zoom out. That was a good idea on paper. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody! My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please. This is my Tuesday night live stream. Welcome to the show. How are you doing? So glad you could join us for our Cinco de Mayo fiesta. Today, we're going to try some Mexican treats. A few, not much. I have another top 15 list, of course. And then I got some mail. But first, let's check the chat, see who's here. Let's start at the top. The Orlando guy. You are today's champion. You win my admiration. Thank you so much for being here. Anna Isabel Zikic. Good to see you again as well. Pepper Tree Villa. What is this? Breaking news. Shanghai Disneyland is opening with advanced reservations only on May 11th. You heard it here second. Thank you, Pepper Tree Villa, and season's greetings. Disney Nerd Herders are also here. Welcome. Thank you so much for your support. Pam's fam also here. Thank you. Samantha Lowe. Hello to you. And I know Zippy Doodad is still going, so we will see more people, I believe, after he's done. Mike Wheeler, welcome. Good to have you here. The DePhilly crew is also here. Welcome. Blake, James Ryan, thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, let me go back to that. Is this music too loud? I feel it's too loud for me. Okay, some mail. First of all, I got something from Disney. As an annual pass holder, they like to keep me abreast of what's going on. And this isn't much. This isn't anything I didn't already know. But what this says is, as an annual pass holder that has paid in full, which I did, they are going to extend my pass for the number of days they had been closed, or they will be closed. So, so let's say they'll be closed for 3 months. I don't know. They're extending my pass for 3 months. That's the deal. Now, people that are on the payment plan, they have other options. It's not in this letter because I'm not one of those people. Good grief. There we go. That's a little bit better. Mom, welcome to the show. Mouse Talk. Good to see you again. That's still crazy loud, isn't it? Okay. Maybe music was a bad idea. Okay. So if you're on the payment plan, you have a couple of options, I think, and I've mentioned this before, and I won't go into it again, but you can choose to stop paying or something. I actually don't know. Didn't involve me. Actually, I knew at one time and I forgot. It says, though, as an alternative, in lieu of an extension of my pass, I can receive a partial refund if I want. So there's that. Also in news, and I see that Cargo is here. Welcome. This came in the mail yesterday from Cargo. And she let me know it was on the way, and there was a bit of a delay in Canada's mail, I guess. I have no idea why. But she wrote a very nice little note for me, and then also provided us with a variety of stickers. So I know somebody who's going to enjoy these stickers around here. And there's so many. That's a good one. And we love Moana here. The princesses. This is so cool. Thank you so much, Cargo, for this. Frozen, our second favorite movie this month. The Lion King, which we've also watched during our time at home. And this is cool and very good. I know it's no longer May the 4th, but here we go. Better late than never. And I will say, not necessarily late, because today is Revenge of the 5th. So there's that. So again, Cargo, thank you so very much. That was really nice. Okay, like I said, I happened to be on Pepper Tree Villa's live stream last night, and we were celebrating their 1-year anniversary. Excuse me while I take a sip of that. Product placement. A lot of people mentioned that they had enjoyed the various taste of insert season here. And I love that. That's a show that they do where, for example, the Taste of Christmas, and we celebrate a bunch of Christmas goodies, or a Taste of Autumn, and that's where we bring out the pumpkin spice deliciousness. Well, I kind of wanted to do a bit of that today for Cinco de Mayo, but I didn't want to go crazy. So I knew of at least one thing I wanted to do. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with Takis. And these are a salty snack treat that certainly you can find them all over in the Tampa area, I believe Florida. And Timothy Rainwaters, welcome to the show. Mar in Memphis is also here. Griswold Family Vacay, thank you so much for stopping by. Did I miss anybody? I've been flapping my gums. Carlos, the Disney World freak, is also here. And Noah, good to see you as always. If I missed you, I apologize. Anyway, let me get to it. I got a variety of Takis. Now, let me put them in front here. Okay. So now these are made by a Mexican company. And here is a bag of Takis. They are a narrow cylinder of fried tortilla. I'm guessing that's what it is. I don't really know. Or a tortilla chip. But they're shaped to resemble a taquito. And these actually used to be spelled with a Q, Taquis, I believe. And then they changed the name for some reason. But the brand is Barcel, if you're interested. And they go from hot to crazy hot. So I actually don't know. I haven't had but maybe 2 different types of flavors. So this one is guacamole. Kind of interested in that. Captain Akron, welcome to the show. These are crunchy fajitas. And these are red in color. This one looks dangerous, and it's called Nitro. And finally, the hottest yet most popular of the Takis, Fuego. And I think these are the most common one as well. And I understand these are the most hot, so I'm going to save that for last. I'm going to go, if you're familiar with the YouTube series Hot Ones, where the host sits down with a celebrity and they eat 10 buffalo wings, each one with increasing Scovilles or Scoville units. Each one gets hotter. And then he asks them questions, and the celebrities try to answer them as they're dying because it's so hot. So that's I'll do. I'll start mild, which I believe the guacamole would be the most mild of these. And we'll just try that. I am not one for Bob and Ashley. Welcome to the show. Blaine, good to see you as well. And Eric Newman. I am not one to challenge myself for hotness. I'm not about that. I like to enjoy my food. I don't want to show off or anything. And I don't have a great tolerance for it. I do like a little kick. So these are guacamole Takis. Noah says they should have a heat scale labeled. Oh, they do. Thanks, Noah. There it is. Mild. All right. Certainly, it's a rolled up tortilla chip. Like a Dorito. It doesn't taste like a Dorito. This is... it's okay. This wouldn't be my favorite. Is there actually avocado in this? I don't know. There are a lot of ingredients, though. That's not great. I don't immediately see avocado, lime. Anyway, not hot. I'm not going to waste our time with this. Not bad, but not. I like the other ones I've had in the past better. All right. Next, looking at the heat. Well, this bag doesn't have one. This bag doesn't have a scale. I'm guessing it's a bit hotter than guacamole. These are the crunchy fajitas, and again, no scale there in the corner. But I'm guessing these are. They're very dark red. It's Russ Stapleton, welcome to the show. Travis, you're here too. Good to see you. This one, these are stale. That one was a little stale. I don't like that. As far as the heat, not really hot. A tiny bit of spice, but not. I wouldn't say those are hot. So maybe that's why there's no scale in there. I do have. Before I get into the ones I know are going to be much more hot, I do have a Mexican drink in the same. I went to Winn-Dixie because it's the closest store to our house, which is a grocery store. And I went into the international aisle, and that's where the Mexican food and the Japanese. Do I have to explain what an international? All right, so they had a number of Mexican sodas. I didn't want soda, so I got this. This is a non-alcoholic carbonated sangria. I go, I bet that's like a fruit juice, kind of. Like, I didn't look at the label. I didn't look at the ingredients until I got home. And sugars, 39 grams. I think that is orange soda level sugar right there. So this is a soda. I got a soda. Anyway, this is a glass bottle. This is also made in Mexico. So we're gonna try this, and then I'm going to. I have a mug of water, but I fear I'm going to need much more. So I'm opening this now. Yeah, it's soda with. Actually, it tastes like a wine cooler. It says non-alcoholic though. Russ, yes, same amount of sugar as a can of Coke. That tastes fine. It's a soda. So I had Red Bull once in my life, and I'm thinking maybe it kind of tastes like that. I don't remember Red Bull very well. I think I remember Red Bull tasting like Faygo. If anybody knows what Faygo is, Faygo is a soda company up north. I think Red Bull tastes like Faygo Red Pop. I don't quite recall. Anyway, let's move on. Is it cold? I did have it in the fridge for a little bit. It could be colder. It's a little chilled. All right, so these... Oh, no. Those are the last ones. Okay, Nitro, which sound like they'd be the worst ones. Here we go. Why can't I do this? Very hot. Okay, so 3 of the 4 boxes are colored in. Cargo knows Faygo. My mom is familiar with Rock and maybe Rock and Rye. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Again, I don't drink Red Bull or soda much at all, and unless I need to, I will not be drinking much more of that. All right, so here we go. Did you see me flinch as I tried to smell the bag? Okay, looks like the other. Actually, this looks darker. Here we go. Not stale. Walt knows Fraggle Rock, different than Faygo Rock and Rye, but every bit as enjoyable. These aren't bad. These, again, I'm not a superhero when it comes to spicy foods. So I don't think I can handle much, but I can certainly handle these. I think I could eat a helping of these and be just fine. The kick that it provides is just enough. That's a good one. Favorite so far. Finally, we're getting to what I understand is the hottest yet extreme. It says extreme. Oh boy. These are the most popular ones. I did go to the Takis or the Barcel website, and it said these are their most popular Takis. I'm closing my eyes as I smell it because I don't want my eyes to water. I don't know. I mean, that's silly. Okay. Here it is. Very, it looks really red on camera. All right, here we go. Again, you have students that eat these like crazy. I think these are very popular with kids. Pam likes the Flamin' Funyuns. I don't think I've ever had those. Hotter than the other ones, but not painful. Wendy Lou Who, welcome. Here from Scotland. Thank you so much for joining us. Michelle the Quilter, welcome. Yeah, not bad. I feared these, but nothing to fear. Certainly the hottest ones, and maybe if I ate a number of these, it would be bad. But right now, enjoyable. So I do not have to rely on the sangria soda. Very good. I'm very happy with that. So I have 2 bags of Takis I can enjoy later. Christie's Corner, welcome to the show. Yeah, they're not too hot. But I didn't know. So that is my, what day is it? Cinco de Mayo celebration. It's already 7:48. I did a live stream yesterday afternoon for 4 hours just by myself. We did Star Wars trivia. It was great. It sure didn't seem like 4 hours, though. It flew by. Then I went on with D&G Explorers for another hour. No, longer than an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then I was on with Pepper Tree Villa for maybe another hour or so. I didn't see my family much yesterday. Seriously, I did a lot of live streaming yesterday. And I know people would like me to go longer than a half hour on Tuesdays, but for today, a half hour seems just about right to me. But I would like to go live more often in the afternoons in my quest for watch hours. That's a little gross, isn't it? Okay, let's do this. If I have my top 15 list for today, we're going back to yesterday. Not really. Yesterday was May the 4th be with you. Today is Revenge of the 5th. So my top 15 list is my top 15 Star Wars characters. Because frankly, I couldn't think of a great list that had to do with Cinco de Mayo. So here we go. And yes, I put this together right before I went live. So let's start with number 15, Darth Maul. I think much like Boba Fett, Darth Maul, I don't think George Lucas knew what he had in this villain. People love Darth Maul. And if he knew then what he knows now, he would have given this character more life. I know he makes a return in the animated series, whatever that's called, the Clone Wars. But that seemed forced. And here's another thing that keeps him from being higher on my list. It's like George Lucas said, can you guys make some villain that looks like the devil? It's a little too on the nose. It's a little much, but I still like Darth Maul, and his fight scenes were among the best in the Star Wars movies. So he made my list. Here we go. Number 14 is this guy. Now, not all of my characters are going to be obscure like this one is. This guy's name is Kit Fisto, and I only know that because I had to ask my son what his name was again yesterday. A few years ago, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years ago now, it seems, when we were watching the Clone Wars, when we were interested in that show, it would be on in the house. My son would be watching it, and it would be on, and I'd watch it for a little bit as well. And I saw this character, and I thought, man, that's a cool looking character. Then I realized, oh, I've seen him before in Attack of the Clones, but this guy creeps me out. This guy looks like he means business. I like the look of this guy. Not so much this guy. This guy looks like a bug. This guy looks like he could rip your throat out if you didn't stand 6 feet away from him. Anyway, so I like the look of the animated one so much better. Yeah, Walt, Kit Fisto, along with so many other characters, they don't make it. Donna Jaworski, welcome to the show. So good to see you. Leanne Sherbik is also here. Thanks for stopping by, and my sister is here. Welcome, and thanks for being here. Number 13 on the list of favorite Star Wars characters, C-3PO. He's been around so long. I think he's been in every movie. He provides a bit of comic relief, but he's not my favorite droid. This one is. And this is the droid from Rogue One, K2SO. And, we've only seen him in one movie, but he was awesome. He's a former Imperial droid, whatever. I'm not a huge Star Wars geek, so I might get my terms wrong. But he was reprogrammed, and now he's a good guy. But he was funny. He was voiced by, oh, man. I shouldn't have said that because now I can't remember the guy's name. He does so many voices. The guy from Firefly. And he was the pirate in Dodgeball. That guy. Somebody tell me his name. Anyway, he's a very talented voice actor, as well as a comedic actor. He's the guy that was in the movie 42. He played the racist manager from the Pittsburgh Pirates. That guy. Tina, welcome to the show. Oh, Tudyk, Alan Tudyk. Thank you, Charlie. Alan Tudyk. Yes, that's him. Moving on. Number 11, Lando Calrissian. Now, the next few are going to be clumped together because they are classic characters. Lando's cool. I wish we saw more of him. I liked Donald Glover as Lando, as well as Billy D. Williams. Just a cool character in every sense of the word, and fun. And it was great fun to see him. I watched Rise of Skywalker earlier today, or most of it, and it was good to see him again. Jason and Bridget from Youper Wisdom Videos. You are not late. You are right on time. Had to walk off the tacos. More power to you. Number 10, top 10 on my list, Luke Skywalker. You would think this guy would be number 1, but he's not. Number 9, no, I'd say I didn't like that he lost faith in himself. I wish we would have gotten to see Luke fight in a more recent movie, like really fight. Like he had his lightsaber battles with Darth Vader, but that was back in the early 80s where it seemed like they were lightsaber dueling in slow motion. I'm looking at you, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. Now the lightsaber duels are top notch, and I wish I would have seen Luke do that. I wish we would have seen Luke expand his Jedi powers more. I wish we would have gotten to see that. So he's in my top 10. Number 9 is Han Solo. I liked the Solo movie. I liked it very much. Han Solo, again, maybe it's just I've been familiar with Han Solo for so long, he just doesn't wow me. You know, I was a kid when all the original action figures were coming out or came out, and the Han Solo one was probably the least exciting of the action figures, but he's in my top 10. 8 is Leia. Again, not a great action figure. She wasn't. I know she's a role model for so many, not necessarily me. This life of ours, welcome to the show. But she's awesome. She, it was great. Excuse me. The talkies are returning. It was great to see more of her past story in The Rise of Skywalker. That was very exciting. Wish we would have gotten to see more of her Jedi-ness. 7 is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Again, in many of the movies. Points off for that lightsaber battle with Darth Vader, Alec Guinness. And Ewan McGregor was cool. Again, he's always been around. And I wish we would have gotten to see him do more cool Jedi stuff. That's me. Number 6 is Yoda. Loving Yoda. Noah's predicting what will be in my top 4. Well, good luck with that. Russ says Star Wars list, Return of the Talkies. No, I was about to reach down and get another one, but I would be coughing. And anyway, Yoda's awesome. In the prequels, maybe one of the more cool things about the prequels is we got to see Yoda battle. So that was fun, but it's fun to see really old Yoda come back to visit Luke. And I realize I shouldn't say too much because I think some people may not have seen the last movie yet. By saying that, am I saying too much? Let's move on. Number 5, Boba Fett. This was one of my favorite action figures as a kid. Again, if George Lucas knew now what he knew then, he would have held on to this character longer, made him more of the movie. He became like a cult. You know about Boba Fett. There's a rumor, and maybe it's not true, that Boba Fett's going to have his own standalone movie. I don't know if that's a rumor or what's going on. Art John's welcome to the show. But he's just a cool looking character. And it was just, instead of going down in a blaze of glory, he was killed by Han Solo accidentally poking a stick into him. So, you know, what could have been. Number 4, Chewbacca. How do you not love Chewbacca? Here's what I realized watching today's. I watched The Rise of Skywalker today, and the rebels are they're getting ready to plan their attack, and Chewie's just sitting there, and a couple of young extras go by and they say, "Come on, buddy, we need you." And then Chewbacca gets up and starts, running into action. Now, Chewbacca's 250 years old at this point. He demands your respect. You call him Mr. Chewie and not Buddy, all right? I don't know who you think you are, but this guy, he's done more and seen more than you will see in 10 lifetimes. Number 3, The Mandalorian. I don't remember the character's real name, but I'm having so much fun watching this show. I won't say much about the show other than this is, he looks cool like Boba Fett. And it's so fun to watch this show. I don't know what else I can say about it. I know some people haven't seen it yet, so I'll move on. Number 2 on my list of favorite Star Wars characters is Darth Vader. And just a cool villain. Really cool to see him be all the Darth Vader he could be at the end of Rogue One. That's all I'll say about that. Number 1 on my list, and Noah, no BB-8, Ray, and I was asked by one of my students, "Hey, who's your favorite Star Wars character?" And I never thought about it much, and I mentioned this on D&G Explorer's show yesterday. But as I thought about it, I thought her character, we got to see her grow. She's like the Harry Potter of the Star Wars universe. And she was nobody who thought she was nobody, then realized, oh, wait, she's somebody. And then she became the greatest wizard in Hogwarts. So we got to really see her shine in episode 9, which was awesome. I don't know if there's more for her in the future, but I think the possibilities are endless with this character. I have no complaints about her, really. She's so fun to watch. Maybe if I had a complaint, and I understand she's had a traumatic childhood and upbringing, maybe I don't know. It's I'm ready to see her be the diva we all want her to be, and she pretty much was in the last movie. So there it is, my top 15 list of my favorite Disney characters. So all right, let's get on with it. It's already past 8 o'clock. I want to thank Dean from the Live Place, and that is not his last name. Dean has a different last name, but he runs a website called the Live Place. And it is your TV guide for family-friendly live streams. Check out theliveplace.com and find something that strikes your fancy. Right now, 8 o'clock. Well, it's 8:02. Walt and Melissa, Mouse Talk. They do a show on Tuesdays called Disanity, and I'm going there right after I say goodbye to you guys. I hope you'll join me. The Viapree Project. After that, we've got the Disney Nerd Herders tomorrow. I will be a guest on their show. I think, yeah, I'm 90% certain of that. 7 o'clock Eastern. And then after that, D&G Explorers. And I'm going to stay online and be on their show as well. I think we're going to gather and talk Disney, because they do a Disney show one week and then a cruising show the next week. And tomorrow is the Disney show. So I'll be happy to join them tomorrow for that. What else? We've got Rob Fuzz. I didn't say hi to Rob Fuzz. He has been releasing a bunch of retro videos. Earlier today, he released the original, I think it was the original version of the Grand Fiesta Tour. It was called, oh man, what was it called? Was it the... Rio del Tiempo or something like that, before they introduced the three caballeros into the ride. Jonathan Chong, welcome. I didn't see you. Or Sherry, I didn't see you as well. Thank you so much for being here. After that, Bob and Ashley go live every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Always a fun time, and they're great. What else we have? Pepper Tree Villa, Monday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. That's because they are on the West Coast, so they start a bit later, but worth staying up for if you're on the East Coast. And they're great supporters of my channel, and I thank them so much for that. What else we have? Oh, and then right before my show on Tuesdays is Patrick, Zippity Doodad. Starts at 6:30, and he always mentions my show for people to come over here and join us. So I thank him for that, and I want to return the favor. So I want you to check out Patrick if you don't already do that. Finally, the Five Foolish Mortals. I'm proud to be a part of this group with Ben from Pepper Tree Villa, Charlie from Disney Nerd Herders, and Gregory and Derek from G&D Explorers. Now, if I were to say Derek and Gregory, then they would be known as D&G. Maybe that's what you know them better as. D&G Explorers. So on Sunday, on my channel, More Sunshine Please, Saturday, May 9th at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, we're going to talk about the movie Onward, and we're going to challenge each other with trivia questions that we've come up with. So we're going to try to stump each other, and that's always fun. And dig hanging out with those guys. That's it. Thank you so much. Let's head over to Mouse Talk. I didn't think I had a sign-off tagline until I saw in a chat somewhere, Arnie mentioned that I did have one. And it's this. End broadcast. Thanks, everybody. Apparently I say that every time.